So my name is Jay. In Ukraine, I went by JT. I worked for Canadian National Defence. I ran 2 tracking and analysis systems. I was busy 24/7. Prior to working for the National Defence as a civilian, I'd been 27 plus years in the Canadian military, most of that as a combat engineer. My last spot as a combat engineer, I was a sergeant major of the largest Canadian Forces engineer squadron. I saw the devastation going on in Ukraine, and there was just only so much I could take about it. I called my boss. She knew. And her only question was, when are you leaving? And I said 2 weeks. And that was at the point of probably the second week in March 22. And I was deploying myself at the end of March. While deployed, I maintained connectivity to direct intelligence, and having that directly mounted to my chest was a functional asset that I'd never known before. And without it, we wouldn't have been able to move as quickly or as accurately as we did on the battle space. While the enemies around the world have detection capability that they haven't previously had, technological increases allow you to mask that. The battle space moves so fluidly that without that direct feed, you are lesser than you could be with it. So I wouldn't imagine deploying without it again. So my squad was prepping the environment for a major assault that we were going to get up the next morning. Mine clearing, occupying an observation post to maintain overwatch on the infiltration route, scouting out vantage points for assault vehicles, etc. During the operation, an explosive device was triggered. We lost my sniper instantly. My advanced reconnaissance guy was wounded to the point where he was probably going to bleed out. Our extraction vehicle in the position was hampered by the inability to cross elevated train tracks, and the proximity of Russian trench line was about 50 meters from that observation point. So we were behind them, but slightly to the left, and that was going to be our insertion point. Most of our squad moved in on foot, while I moved to get the pickup truck into position to reduce the recovery distance. I was backing the truck up down the train tracks in the low side, and I woke up on fire. The back tires missed the mines, but the front left tire detonated a TM62AT mine, which sympathetically detonated a second mine on the left of the truck. I was told the explosion was about 30 meters in the air, and as the fire raged, we had like 7.62 millimeter rounds were cooking off inside the vehicle. There was no logical way that I survived. The team carried on to complete the Kazavac. On the way back, that I saw that I had crawled out beyond surviving the blast, overpressure wounds, shrapnel burns, and bathing in the boiling engine fluids of we had a bullet that ripped through my left side, obliterated left humerus. The Juggernaut mobile device was on my chest, survived it all. The bones survived the impact, the blast, the burning. The case had impact fire damage, but the device itself was 100% intact and functional. I was absolutely bathed in luck that day, not a single doubt about it. Having my mobile device, in a Juggernaut.Case, saved it and ensured I could call for recovery assets when I was unable to self-extract. Had I not had that on me, the end result would have been they would have recovered my body when they had the opportunity. After everything, you're not just a manufacturer of some badass products that stood the test when I should have died. I mean, because of that, I generally consider you folks as family now.